Case. I'm joined by Professor Badri Narayan, author of the book Republic of Hindutva, noted journalist, a political critic. Thank you so much, sir, for joining me on my show On Point. I think there'll be a series of events which will mark, I would say, the tempo for coming day of 22nd. But I think there's a larger point. Do you feel that when we talk about Ayodhya, is the larger political class, especially the opposition, missing that something essentially, intrinsically, has changed about the Indian society and politics? And Ayodhya, as a temple, represents that. It's just not a case of delivery from the court. There is a churn which has resulted in this.
Yeah, indeed, Kartikeya. Thank you for inviting me in your show. And you rightly suggested that Ram Mandir, the entire process of making the Ram Mandir temple, is a representation of cultural churning which is going on in our society, especially the Hindu community. And you know the entire it's a not only event, but it's a process, and also it's a mobilizational process, because you know the way BHP and Vishwa Hindi Parishad and other organizations, allied organizations of the Sangh and the BJP cadres are going house to house, multi-crore houses with the Akshat Patra of invitations, and trying to involve them in this event. So it's event turned as a what I call moment. It's a moment in the history of the India, and also in the history of with the Hindu community. So it's not only it's indeed it's a cultural process, and it shows the churning and churning churning through here this temple appear as a very interesting site of compositions of various kinds of traditions and culture. You know, in this invitation which they are giving to the for the invitation for the inauguration of the event of the temple, in which the various saints from various traditions of the Hindu religion, not only one sect, multiple sects are have been invited here. And you know the temple as a complex. You know, they are making the statue of the temple. They are in one temple complex. There are multiple temples, and in multiple temples, not only Ram temple, but here you can find Sabri temple, you can find Jatayu temple, you can find the temples of various characters of the Ramayanic story, which matters in the life of the people. You know, Sabri is the icon among marginal communities, among tribals, among Mushas, and they worship Sabri as a their deity. Jatayu has also a kind of total relationship with the various tribal communities in India. So this temple complex appear as a synthesis of various traditions, various kinds of social alliances, also through cultural representation and through religious representation.